Name character? Take it with me. Bum, 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 bum. Hello. Hi. How the heck are you? How's it going? How are you? Happy Monday. Monday, May 27th, 2024. Whew, May is already almost done. We should probably talk more about May this Friday because May didn't exactly go the way that I planned, but you know, we'll talk more about that maybe on Friday. Loots Magoots is the Phantom Menace for the 42nd time. That is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. I think that's how it goes. Congrats. Yeah. It's also the funny thing is I had to go check the bot because I could have sworn that I had Bebo set up to respond to the number 42 whenever somebody put it in chat, but maybe I changed that because he didn't do it. Lars is here. What's up, Lars? Thank you for being here. And Elf is here. How was your weekend? Mine was great. Too short, but good. I had kind of wanted to get more Lego sorting done than I did. Part of that is my fault. But I wanted to try to finish up the bulk of the spooky video, and I did that. There'll still probably be some small edits here coming in the next few days, but that's done. So now I don't have any projects to distract me from sorting the Lego, which is what I really need to do. I'd wanted to do more of that over the weekend, and I just didn't, you know. Good morning, Clumsy. How's it going? Dutch, 42. Yeah, see, it doesn't do anything. It's usually whenever somebody mentions it, he says something about it. But maybe I turned that off. Maybe it wasn't working. Yeah, and the punctuation didn't block it. I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering. I don't know. I could have sworn he made some kind of Hitchhiker's Guide reference at that point. Ursa, good morning. How's it going? Good non-Dorial day. Non-Orial day. Like Memorial Day. Why did I want to say non-Dorial? The non-DeLorean. Wait, we've done non-DeLorean, right? So it's Mandalorian. Nando. Oh gosh. Call me Nando. Nando Lori. We've done that before, right? Surely Clumsy has done that. Good morning, Clumsy. Surely you've done that before, right? This is why we need to write them down somewhere. No, cancel. Cancel. Minecraft launcher is being weird. Sorry. Hold on. Is this the one I need? I don't think so. Then again, my memory is the worst. Mine is probably worse than yours, I bet. I bet we could do a memory comparison. I don't know. What would you call that? A quiz? And I would fail. I would definitely fail. That's it. I'm calling you Nando now. It's not bad, right? Nando. That's not bad. You could all be non-DeLoreans. Let's change the community name again. How about that? We're all the non-DeLoreans now. I kind of don't hate that. I don't think I have the quote thing set up yet. Should I just use quotes? Should I just use the quote system? I can set that up. Excuse me. Excuse me. Ooh. What I was going to try to do, Loots, is without using the quote system. One second. Without using the quote system, I was going to kind of set up my own quote system for non-isms. And it turns out that's much harder. But I could just turn on the quote system. That's currently not on. I could turn that on, though. We could just use that. Go memory for memory. I would definitely lose. I know you probably don't think so, but I'm telling you right now, I would definitely lose. Just use the quote system, but change the command. So in the quote system, in Mix It Up, you cannot change the commands. The quote system's like baked in. It's like a, what would you call it? Hold, please. I'm getting Minecraft going here. How come it's not finding Minecraft? That's weird. It's, oh, there it is. I don't know why my mind was not seeing Minecraft in that. There we go. Yeah, so you can't change it from, that's what I thought you could do, or I thought I could find out how the quote system was made and then just replicate it with my own. And it's a little more complicated than that. So maybe I'll just use the quote system, and anytime somebody comes up with one. The problem is I didn't want anything else in there other than nonisms, right? Because I want us to be able to like queue up a random nonism or see, hey, is this one in there? And I have a feeling people will use that as the quote system, as they, you know, as they do. Not mad about that. But yeah. I only wanted one. I'm sure there's a way to do it. I just haven't looked into it yet. So, okay. So this week, this week might be seeing the end of this series. It's Monday. So we might be seeing the end of the Rick's Road build. Here it is so far. What I'm planning on doing is taking some screenshots round about like here. So you see all the buildings up in the mountains. You see the mountains in the distance. But there's one detail that still remains. Excuse me, and that is creating a path. A path that leads all the way through the center of the city here, meandering all the way through, and then I'd like it to split and go either way here, just for aesthetics. And yeah, that's kind of what we're going to be working on now. I saw a couple suggestions in the Discord about how we might achieve such a thing. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. And then we'll go from there. Hi, Lars. And people. Yeah, I got to figure out how to spawn in villagers. That too. I should probably do that on the day that I take pictures, though, because I have a feeling they're not going to stay where I want to put them. You know, so I'm gonna have to probably spam a whole bunch of people and then take pictures quickly. Otherwise, it's just gonna be chaos, you know. All right, I'm gonna pull up the Discord really quickly here because I saw some of you post in here. We have a Minecraft channel, don't we? Yeah, we do. There we go. Okay, we have a couple of suggestions. I think the one that Ams posted, the first one that she posted is the one that kind of speaks a little bit more to me. It's this one. Today is my 111th stream streak. Congratulations. It's your 111th birthday. Just like Bilbo, right? That was Bilbo's birthday in Lord of the Rings, right? So we got a couple of things going on here, and I'm not going to replicate this exactly because the aesthetic's a little bit different. I do think having some plants like this will be nice. The things that strike me are using stairs here to create texture. I like that. The cracked mix with some of the terracotta. I kind of like that visual. And then with like the regular sand as well. So I'm gonna kind of use this as a little bit of a guide, at least for my randomness. Lol XD random, you know. And I'm gonna see where it takes us, okay? Because this right here obviously isn't working. It's too splotchy, right? And I think it needs to be the other way around. Let's find out what this is. So this is orange terracotta. We're gonna actually start over. I'm gonna fill this in. This whole project here might take us the whole week, right? This orange terracotta is what, wait, is it orange? Yeah, is kind of the standard road color. We'll put some of those plants back once we get to that point. Well, how was everyone else's weekend? Coleman's here. Good morning, Coleman. Yeah, Bilbo, love that guy. That's a great streak, though, Lars. That's, I can't believe that somebody would want to be here 111 times. And then also, I can't believe that I've also been here 111 times. You know, I was thinking about that in the just starting screen. There was something about what was it that I saw in a clip? There was something I saw in a clip, and I can't remember what it was now, but it was like, it made me think. I can't believe, I saw subscriber badges. I saw like the 1 year badge and stuff. And I was like, there's actually a lot of people here now who have over a year badge, and I don't have anything, I don't have a 5-year badge to kind of strive for. So it got me to thinking about maybe start doing a 5-year badge. But yeah. I haven't yet. You had a good weekend, but really exhausting. What did you get up to? Mine was just too short. I wish I had another day. I mean, technically I am off today. But what I'm thinking I need to do, guys, I'm thinking I need to just take several days off work and dedicate them to like nothing other than Lego sorting. I'm getting a little overwhelmed with the Lego sorting. Every time I look at it, I panic slightly with how much work needs to be done. And also I don't feel like I can just spread it out and get it done, because if I'm gonna stream in here, I want it to look a certain way. If I'm going to, oh wait, I didn't go back to this green screen. Sorry about that. If I want to stream in here, I need it to look a certain way. If I'm gonna work in here, if I'm gonna try to concentrate on work, it has to be clean. That's just something about me. Like I don't feel like I can put in my best effort if my environment is not. It doesn't have to be squeaky clean, but generally put together. And having all that out and just like scattered around everywhere like makes me ill. And I thought I could do it in like a month, and I couldn't. So now I'm trying to figure out a way that I can sort, but also still be able to like put things away when I have to do something else, you know? Showed my mom and aunt around Stockholm. It was really warm. Yeah. That'll take it out of you. Good morning, Bogan. How's it going? All right, I'm just gonna fill in till, well, actually, I'll just fill this whole thing in. There's not much left. This shouldn't take much longer. I'm just wanting to start fresh so that I can really get into it. Maybe you should do that for morning streams. Finish Minecraft, sort Lego, play games, start Minecraft again. If I could figure out a system, I mean, I guess I don't really need a system per se. I just need to grab a bag and start sorting it. That's not a horrible idea, Lars. I kind of like that. Would you all be interested in a couple weeks worth of just Lego sorting streams? Again, if I can find a way to pull out what I need and then put it back afterwards, that's my biggest issue. Is like, I think if I took a couple of days off work and did nothing but that, I could get it done. I don't really want to have to do that, but I could. And then I could just pull it out and let the office be messy for a few days. You know, just let it be chaos in here. And then once that's done, I'd rip the Band-Aid off and be done, you know? And I say a couple days. It might be more like a week, honestly. There's so much. It's kind of, I don't know why I'm embarrassed by it. I'm not really embarrassed by it. I'm just kind of overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed by it for sure. It is so much more than I thought it would be. I don't know what I was thinking. To be honest, we have some great combos during Lego sorting streams, so I'm down. Okay, fair enough. It would be interesting because I could set up the cameras and stuff over here and then just leave them for a whole week. We could see how far we'd get in a week. Do your just chatting portion at the beginning of the stream, but sort Lego for a bit, like 30 minutes chat, Lego sort, then to game. I think if I was gonna do it here in the mornings, I think the whole stream should probably be that. Just because like I streamed for such a short amount of time. I think if I streamed for like 3 hours in the morning, I think that's a great idea. Just like start by doing that, then get to a game once I feel like people are bored. But I think since I'm only streaming for an hour, it kind of makes more sense, you know? Honestly, at this point, the year is starting to be so freaking much that an hour of just talking and sorting sounds great. Okay. Okay. I mean, it would give me the push that I need to just do it a little bit at a time, because right now I'm just not doing it. I have a bunch of it. Oh, here you can see. Do I have anything over here that you can't see? Hang on. That might be that. Okay. Sometimes I have like my mail and stuff over there, so I'm just making sure that I didn't completely dox myself. Is that camera working? Hello? It says it's working. It says it's on. Hello? The green light's on. Hello? It's just a black screen, isn't it? What's going on here? Deactivate, activate? Okay, well, this isn't working right now. Okay, never mind. I guess that camera is just not working. The blue light was on. Do I have a cover on it? No. I didn't put the cover on it. Well, I'll have to figure that out. That should be there all the time. Anyway, I'll figure that out off stream, I guess. So, Minecraft's gone, no. I guess I'll figure that out later, huh? I don't know why it's doing that. All right, I'll take that into account. That might be a good idea. Might be a good idea. Okay. All right, path time. Let me bring up the picture. Man, I just coughed right into the mic. Sorry. Jeez, sorry about that. Hello. Hello, old school. How you doing? Hello. Sorry, I've been watching Doctor Who, so my British accent's coming back. That is what that was. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Why did the Wookiee cross the road? I never programmed him with the punchline, so I don't know the answer to that question or that joke. Apologies. I don't know. Okay, so these are the colors right here that we picked out last time. These are the colors of the area. We got this terracotta. We got this red. I didn't want to put the red in because I thought the red stuck out too much. But we got this white terracotta. We got this light gray terracotta, yellow terracotta, and then of course, this red sand. Oh, I've already got some of that. Okay, good. I've already got orange. What am I feel like I'm missing something. Red sand. No, that looks about right. Okay, so this is gonna be so hard for me. Because one of the things I struggle with a lot, guys, is randomness. I really struggle with that in Minecraft. Bum, bum. They Kashyyyk the other side. To Kashyyyk the other side. Your guess is as good as mine. Just gonna bring this out a little bit. Okay. I'm stalling, Ursa. I'm stalling. Help me. You struggle with randomness, fake millennial. Hey, I had talked about this before. I had the lol xd random folder on my Facebook and MySpace. I had the random folder, so like, don't talk to me about random. Kashyyyk. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna correct the spelling. Also, I don't know if I could spell it off the cuff or without looking it up. Too tired to Google. Coleman coming in with the definitions for us. Okay, starting about here, let's do some sand. Ooh, they're using it. Oh, okay. In addition to the stairs, it looked like they were using slabs as well. But what kind? Ooh, yeah, red sandstone, red sand, smooth red. Ooh, red sandstone slab. Let's look at that. We could put the ground beef slabs down. I have a feeling the smooth redstone slab and the cut redstone slab isn't going to look much different from above, right? So they did something like this. Do you fall? You do fall into that hole a little bit. Do I want potholes in my road? Well, let's keep up with it for a little while and see what happens. We got like this. We got two. I am sort of following their somewhat of a pattern, but just until I get a sense of how I want this to look. Then they also use wood, like wooden planks in it. Not so sure if I like the wooden planks, because there shouldn't be any wooden planks in this road. It should be more of a dirt. It's a dirt road, right? It's all it's very hard packed down dirt, because this is the main thoroughfare, right? Everybody walks through here to get to work. This is the place. This is the gathering place. I think there's a cantina over here. I should make one of these buildings the cantina, shouldn't I? What else do I like in this picture? I like. Ooh. We're gonna do a little bit of like. Ooh, that white terracotta is bright. There we go. Let's do light gray. I like that better. All right, here we go. We're gonna try some randomness. I don't know. What if I just... The main color of this should be this darker sand here, not this lighter sand. That should be used for accent. It should be that darker color. So I also thought maybe we could use some mud bricks, simply because that is what these buildings are made of. So maybe some of the potholes get filled in with like a brick, you know, occasionally here and there. I don't want to overpower it at all. I want it to be as random again as I possibly can. Oh, bottom. Ba-ba-bum. Bum, 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 bum. Smooth red sandstone. Let's take some red sandstone. I actually kind of want to do this. There we go. That's nice. That's a nice little pothole that you don't actually fall down into. I like that. I like that. How are we feeling? How are we feeling about this so far? There is an ad coming in about 3 minutes, FYI. You know what to do to avoid those if you so choose. Might be too much sand though. Oops, that's the wrong one. Orange. So what I want it to do is sort of like where a lot of this is sand though. Yeah, so the idea is it's this sand is kind of like what's underneath them, right? But years and years and years and years of boots on the ground have worn this sand into a hard packed surface that looks like this, right? We've kind of packed it down. It's gotten darker over the years of just, you know, people and speeders. Speeders go down this road too. So those kind of pack things down a little bit more too. So think like densely packed sand. But of course, there's still going to be some sand around. So I need to try to remember that I'm using this red sand as the accent color, right? What do we think about the gray? I need some input here. What do you all think? What do we think about the gray? Does the gray kind of work if we keep it sparse? Gosh, I'm not good. I am not good at this random stuff. I do know that could probably go like that. What if the gray was like sort of closer to the buildings as a let me think. I like the gray being closer to the buildings. I do like that. I think the red terracotta needs to lead to each door, because again, if we're talking about it being, you know, packed down so tight. That's kind of cool. I like that too. No, not that one. If we're coming into this door right here, I think you'd come around this way, so I would want to put red sand over there. You come in, you turn. Okay, yeah. So not a lot of people would walk over here. So I think we can be a little more, we can use a little more of the sand over here. How much? That's the question. See, that just looks so bad. How do you get it to look so random? That's what I don't understand. Okay, again, let's try to make it make sense for the path that you would take. Again, talking about somebody coming down main road. Oh, this is my house. I'm gonna go in here. Come out, go this way. So that, I think, is still making sense. Okay, now how come Bebo is saying the ad is starting in 5 minutes? Oh, what? Okay, never mind. I think it's about to start. Okay. Let's just keep that like that. May your day be as smooth as a swoop bike race on Coruscant. Wow. Okay, now let's add in more sand. I'm really struggling with this. Can you tell? Can you tell? I've never done this before. I've never made a path like this. There's the ad. Okay. I thought that 5-minute thing just popped up and I was like, what is going on? I'm looking at the reference picture again. I wish you could do it with like a paintbrush. Yeah. Paint.exe spray brush. Yeah, instead of like having to replace each block, you just kind of color each one. Yeah. I mean, I could try to think about it in that way of like just I'll tell you what I'll do. Let me continue this idea here. The idea being that no one's kind of walking here so that it's still this sand. Now, the question here is, so let's outline this building. I think some people might walk down this alleyway, so we can keep that relatively the same. I guess my idea here with putting this gray a little closer to each building is sort of like the foundation peeking through. And nobody's walking like that close to a building, so they're not packing things down. Wish you could layer sand like over something, but just go back that way. Ads have ended. Thank you, Bebo. Okay, so there'll be a little bit of sand because I don't think this is going to be a high traffic area at all. I'm gonna go for it and just look back at it here in a second. See, I even feel myself doing a pattern here. Because I feel if you're gonna see if you see a pattern in it, see, it just looks so blocky. Am I overthinking it? Feel free to tell me. It just looks like I went and put random blocks. So like my random list looks like a person did that. You know what I mean? Is it too much? You have the same problems. Oh boy. Is it too much maybe? Maybe I went too much with the sand. Cuz I just kind of want the idea of this is a path that people would take, but it's not as trod as like the main path all the way through, you know. But it just, something about it just is not working for me. Come on. Jeez. Did that help? Yeah, maybe, I was thinking maybe it was too much as well. That might have helped. You need to find stuff about how to easily randomize blocks in Minecraft. Yeah, that's my problem, is it's just anytime I try to be random, and maybe it's just because I'm the one doing it, I just see it as that's not random. That looks like I just placed those blocks there. And maybe because I just did. Maybe because I did just place those blocks. See, to me, if I take this one out, now I'm starting to get this pattern there. You know, I start seeing the pattern and I can't unsee it. And then I think, oh, ugh. I don't know. Okay, well, hang on. Let's... This is so much harder than I thought it would be. I knew it was going to be hard for me, but this is much harder than I thought. Something like that. If you keep in mind that this darker orange terracotta is the sort of the main road, everything else should be like accents around that, right? I don't think I need this yellow. So I'm using some white gray. What about white? Does it make sense to sprinkle some white in there? There's AMs. My stream is struggling, but I want to help. Bad internet. That's fine. Maybe start with one block of your pattern, then do the next one. Stop analyzing each step. Easier said than done for me. But yeah, I see what you mean. I think once you texture the opposite side of the path and add in a third block, the path will look better. Okay. So if you're talking about this side over here. Let's keep the idea here. Come on, get in there. Whoa, oh no, Control Z, Control Z. Dang it, I need all these blocks. Dang it, there. I hate it when that happens. All right, so if... So on this side, it's going to be more red sand. Okay, let's start with that. Because again, not anybody's going to like be walking over on this side. So this is mostly going to be sand over here. Other than maybe once we get right here, I might have have it come this way and meet the main road, but we'll figure that out later. I've been dreading this. I've been dreading this ever since we started building, of like putting details. Like it definitely needs it. It's too clean right now. So I'm gonna mess it up a little bit. It definitely needs to be messed up a little. Come on. Oh. There's a hole here. Good, it's not that deep. Okay. It's not that deep. But I think you might be right. You might be right that like outlining the path, like here's how it is, even if it looks blocky right now. And then from there, actually I think I'd go in a little bit more. Yeah, maybe this one. And from there, starting to like texturize it out and make it a little more random might be a good idea. Might be a good idea. All of our paths have led to this. This is like the final building challenge of this entire build. A build of which I'm pretty happy about. I'm pretty proud of it. It could definitely, there's things about it that I would that would change if I was starting over. But considering, geez, there's so many holes in this. Considering like, so annoying. I didn't realize there's only one block here on these. Makes sense though. I filled a lot of this in by hand, and now I'm changing it all. Also, thank you for being here, Ams. If you gotta spend time out there, it's fine. You gotta be with family. I completely understand. I know you don't want to lose your stream streak though, so let's be honest. That's what it's really about, right? Ooh, it is gonna be devastating when like Ams and Lars misses their stream streak. That's gonna be devastating. I'm gonna do my best to not stream off schedule. You know. Ovo, don't have time to watch stream, sorry, but I didn't want to lose my streak. Well, there you go. Have a good stream. I'll try to tune in tomorrow if possible, although I'm fairly busy this week. That's completely fine. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you checking in. Good theme here. Yeah. No, it's fine. This is in the US, it's also Memorial Day. So it's a holiday for us here. And so a lot of people are also out today as well. But also it gives me time to concentrate on the path. So, you know, that's fine. It's great. All right. Let me get to this building and then I'll step back and kind of take a look. I think we're gonna make it. I'm gonna get it eventually. It's gonna click eventually, and I'll probably really enjoy it. Okay. Obviously, it's not gonna be this razor sharp, but that is essentially where the path is. Now you'll notice the buildings don't fully line up, and that's fine. What I want to do is like bring the path here. It's going to shift over a little bit. It's going to kind of meander, right? As people walk, and then they're going to walk down the center, and then it's going to meander a little bit this way again, because I do want it to end up centering as best as I can here. And you'll see a path kind of go inside here. And then you also see two paths, one going off this way and one going off that way. And then I'll do little paths here and there as I find little traffic areas. Like there'll be one right there. There'll be some to these doors here. Maybe a light path, sort of more like that one. Okay. I think you'll come in this way. And as I find out what works for random, like random little pieces, then I can always come back in and fill those in later. I think that's kind of what Ursa was getting at. Building with sand blocks. I hate when sand blocks fall. There's like a whole cave underneath here, so like, yeah, see. If I hit the wrong one, I'm gonna have to put a whole bunch of blocks here. Yeah, so like, let's say they're going this way. Sorry about that one, Ursa. We go this way. Oops, I don't like that one. Yeah, let's go this way. People are creatures of habit, and we follow paths that have been trod. A lot of times subconsciously so. So you'll find in areas like this that a lot of people generally follow a similar path with not a lot of deviation. So they'll go something like that. Very merry time zone. Hello, Banj. Happy time zone to you as well. Hope you're doing well. What are you up to today? It's a holiday here in the States, but I'm very confident that it is not a holiday anywhere else. Because it's sort of our it's Memorial Day, which is for veterans, I think. To praise them for all the good. All the good they've done in the world. Yeah. So listen, like I don't hate our soldiers, right? I actually feel bad for them most of the time because I think they're tools, they're useful tools that have been used for bad things in the past and in the current present. And like I don't feel mad at them. I mostly feel sad about it. Remembering the soldiers we lost, which is sad. Like I don't want anybody to die. And I feel bad for that. Especially I don't want anyone to die in meaningless wars that are really only meant to pad somebody's pocket, you know? So like to me, I know a guy, I work with a guy who's a veteran of the Iraq War, actually. And we've had a lot of really good talks about that. And like I don't hate him, and I respect the fact that that his intentions were to help his country. Right? I respect that. Whether or not that's what we were actually there to do, that's a complete different story and mostly revolves around military propaganda, you know? But I don't hate the person, right? I don't hate the person at all. So yeah, if you have family members that have served or if you yourself have served, I do respect that. And obviously those who have lost their lives is incredibly sad. But that does not mean that we don't get to criticize what our tax dollars are being used for. You know what I mean? That's that, yeah. But I'm not going to be the first guy out here, you know. I'm not going to be the kind. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be super patriotic today. Let's just say that. I'm not a very patriotic person to begin with, but our holiday here is a hangover from old religious things, but I don't really get it. Ooh, what is it? I'm just in study hell. Ooh, that's interesting. Wait. So is that on our Memorial Day always falls on a Monday, so the date changes. What is the holiday that you're at? I'm interested to hear because a lot of times you'll find this, especially with the US, if we've just stolen other holidays and replaced it with our own. That's a very US thing to do and a very Christian thing to do, honestly, is we just kind of steal. Hey, that holiday sounds kind of cool. I want that. That one's mine now. Thanks. Thanks for that. I know that looks a little more uniform and less random, but I like that more. So So the last Monday of May is always a bank holiday, and the last day of Whit something or other. So it's like a religious one. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I guess, is Memorial Day always the last Monday? Shows you how much I know about it. Yeah, last Monday of May. Oh, geez. Google has flowers popping up to say, look at this. Look at the flowers that come up here. Hang on. Ah, wrong one. Oh, you missed it. Dang it. When you Google when is Memorial Day. Yeah, there we go. Little flowers popping up there. To all who served, thank you. You know? So again, it isn't so much about the people who serve. It's like what we're serving for, you know? Yeah, so it is the last Monday in May. We get the first Monday and the last Monday of May off every year. Interesting. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. It's Steph. Steph, hello. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Hello. Happy Monday. Hope you're doing well. We're talking holidays. Is it a holiday for you today as well? I mean, don't get me wrong. I am going to use it as an excuse to go grill some food. It's going to be stupid hot. But I'm going to use that as an excuse. Maybe I should have gotten some beers. Should I have gotten some beers for today? If I'm going to be out grilling like a father. Should I have also gotten I should have gotten some beers today. Ooh, some what are they called? You can tell I don't drink very much. I could do spooky really proud and get some PBRs. But no, some cider. I like cider. I like hard cider. That's the word I'm looking for. I like hard ciders. Bum, 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 bum. Have a little brewski while I'm grilling. Whoa. That's a hole. What a hole. This whole city sits atop a gorge. This is going to be forever if I have to fill all these in. This is going to take a long time, but okay. I don't necessarily have to do that. Actually, as I was looking at this, I actually think I want to make it just a little bit wider. I'll just go like this. There we go. Okay. That's fine for now. That's fine for now. Hey, Bang. We're going to call Banj Bang. Does Memorial Day cover those in the food industry too, like waiters and waitresses? No. No, it's specifically like veterans and specifically those who have died, those who have passed. Because there's also Veterans Day for, you know, everyone who's still among us, but these are for the people who died for our freedom, you know? Okay, Smokey? Better not be puking on my floor. And drag queens, they also serve. I would say it is most definitely not. Most definitely not. And people would get mad. People would get mad if you... Oh gosh, we need to have a drag queen appreciation day on Memorial Day and just see people lose their minds. Absolutely they would go feral over something like that. Oh my gosh. It was kind of how, was it Trans Day of Visibility that ended up on Easter this year? And that's because Easter changes all the time, right? So it just happened to kind of be that way this past year, and the Christians about lost their minds on that one. Yeah. How dare you? How dare you celebrate trans people on Jesus's day? This is Jesus's day. Even if they stopped and thought for a second, because they really thought that was a plot. That was done intentionally. That all this stuff is coming to such a fever pitch that it is now they're trying to take Easter. When it's well, I mean, the problem is Easter moves around so much. That's the biggest problem. And Trans Day of Visibility has been that same day for a long time now, right? It's been years, right? And nobody's ever mentioned it. But the stars aligned this past Easter, and you would have thought that, man, they're passionate. They sure are passionate about stuff like that, aren't they? It said all who serve. I feel like they're being chipped. I mean, you're right. They do serve. They do serve. You're right about that. It's okay, Erda. Yeah, we saw how they were this Easter. Yeah. Why the hell does Easter move? It moves wildly too. So it has to do a lot with it's a certain, here we can look it up, but it's a certain number of days after, is it after Passover? When is Easter? Just give me the search results, please. Okay, so next year it'll be on April 20th. How is the Easter date determined? The simple standard definition of Easter is that it is the first Sunday after the full moon that occurs on or after the spring equinox. If the full moon falls on a Sunday, then Easter is the next Sunday. Passover is Jewish. Oh, yeah. That's also the thing about our religious holidays is they have, is borrowed the right word? Borrowed a lot from Jewish culture and also a lot from what's the word I'm looking for? Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I use the right words here. Gosh, why am I blanking on this word? Pagan. Thank you, pagan. Yeah, which I don't think is I don't really like that word, but that is, yeah, from other religions, honestly, that when we colonized, we saw how much fun they were having on Christmas, right? And decided, well, we can't on Yule, and we decided well, we can't take their fun away from them, so let's just say that this is Jesus's birthday now. It's stuff like that. And I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with celebrating Christmas as a religious tradition like that, right? But let's just be honest about where it came from more than anything else. Let's not pretend like it's always been that way, and that there isn't cultures full of people who have their own beliefs and their own ways of celebrating those things, So yeah, the fact that it's shown to be after a full moon, that to me tells me that has pagan roots, and I still think that pagan might not be the right word. So I apologize if that's true. I think pagan might be pretty derogatory, for and a catch-all for a bunch of buckets of beliefs, including things like Wiccan and stuff like that. I think that might be a derogatory term that Christians came up with. So I apologize if that's not cool to say now, but I don't know any better. So I don't think there's any, it's possible, but to me, the alarm bells go off in my mind when I think about the way that it was said to me growing up, oh, that's pagan. That's pagan. We can't do that. And then I find out that most of our holidays have pagan origins, and it's well, hang on. What? I don't think there's anything wrong with us celebrating a certain thing after a full moon, right? But let's not get twisted where that kind of stuff comes from, Wiccans are from paganism. That would make sense, yeah. I think paganism itself was a certain religion, right? But then I think the term is being used nowadays as a catch-all. So I could see some people being rightfully upset if we're using that terminology in a in a way that isn't really describing what we're talking about, you know? I don't think you'd offend anyone, but fundamentalists by using that word, yeah. Okay, good. Well, we're cool with upsetting the fundamentalists. I am not a fundamentalist myself. If you couldn't tell, I'm not a fundamentalist. I used to be. That is how I grew up. And I was until, gosh, could I put a date on it? Really hard to put a date on it. I think it was probably after I left college. I probably became not a fundamentalist in college when I realized, and they taught us this. This was a fundamentalist college that taught us this, but they started teaching us some things about like how the Bible is formed and how the religion has grown over the years and all this kind of stuff. And until you suddenly realize that like, uh-oh, I've been translating this literally my whole life, and I don't think that I should do that. I don't think that's how this was intended to be, you know? There's a lot of nuance in this whole thing. And I just can't live a religious life now without there being nuance. I just can't do it. It doesn't make sense without nuance. And even then, sometimes there's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense, you know. But if I'm gonna live any type of religious life, going into my twilight years, it has to be different than how I was raised. I can't do it the same way. I would leave before I would become a fundamentalist again, you know. I can't do it. The Simpsons did the stealing of the Halloween and Christmas very well. Did they give you like all the roots of that? Oh, Halloween especially. No, the one thing I'll give the fundamentalists is they don't like Halloween. They don't celebrate Halloween at all, because they're like, absolutely not. That's demonic. That's pagan. You know, yada yada yada. You're inviting evil spirits into your home, kind of thing. All right, cool. I thought Jesus was more powerful than evil spirits, but you know, I kind of thought that was his whole deal. But maybe I'm wrong. Twilight, where's Edward? Yeah, my Twilight years, and by that I mean I'm gonna be watching a lot of Twilight, the movie, in the coming years. Just feels like the right thing to do as you get older. As you get older, you realize maybe Bella was right. You know? Hashtag Bella was right. As of started, thank you, Banj. Or Banj. Thank you, Bebo. I just read Banj's name at the same time. Banj and Bebo. Excuse me. Pagan is a correct name, but has been used with disdain by Christians, but not by definition a slur to anyone else. That's good to know. Thank you. Twilight years. Nader claiming to be 80 all of a sudden. I don't know, man. I feel old. I feel pretty old. I should probably, like, in my Twilight years, I should probably see a therapist about that. You know what I've been struggling with lately, and it hasn't been too bad, but like I'll be fine. And let me know if anybody else, hashtag who is Bella, let me know if anybody else has this happen to them. But I'll be just fine. I'll go to bed at night. I'll fall asleep really well. And I'll wake up in the morning to my alarm like normal. And when I first get up in the morning, I have this like really strong sense of dread. I know about mortality too. It isn't just dread for dread's sake, I hope, but it's definitely about mortality. Something about waking up in the morning triggers it for me, and it only lasts like maybe 5 minutes, but not even that, maybe a few seconds. And then I'll like get out of bed and I'll be fine. Like I won't think about it. I won't feel it. Everything will be fine. But I just get this like this big sense of like, I don't know. It's something about waking up that just over the last few years that has done that to me. And I've I've kind of not really thought too much about it until literally just now. As I was talking about getting older, I was like, oh, that's the feeling. That's the feeling right there. You know? That's called life? Yeah, that's what I was afraid you'd say. That's what I was worried you would say. That's life. It's not like overwhelming. It doesn't make me... It's just like this keen awareness And it's only in the mornings. It's the weirdest thing. I don't really have bad dreams. Nothing like that going on. Hey, this is kind of shaping up, isn't it? I think you were right. I think you're right, Ursa. Like this is helping me sort of visualize how the path is gonna look. And I'm enjoying this. So thank you. So yeah, this is not unique what I'm talking about here. I'm glad to hear that. That's nice, you know. I would hate for everybody in chat to be like, It's not just life, it's a hormonal thing, really. If you have like feelings of dread in the morning, it's a hormone thing. It is interesting how it only seems to happen in the morning, like right after I wake up. I also noticed like over the last few years, when I would wake up, the first thing I do is reach for my phone, right? Which I think is probably part of the problem. Shoot. I did it again. And for a while, I was straight up hated it, but I was addicted to Facebook for a little while. And the first thing I do every morning on autopilot is I'd open my phone and open Facebook and start scrolling Facebook. Then that would make me feel bad, and then I'd stop. And so now I've replaced that with Twitter. And the first thing I do, not unconsciously, I almost said non-consciously, unconsciously, is open Twitter. And it's just, I don't know why I'm doing that. And that might be part of what, you know, makes me feel dread. That could be it. That could do it. I just want to leave that like that. Just continuing the design here. Kind of the foundation peeking through. We'll go all, whoa, shoot. Did it again. Dang it. So it's this dirt. Come on. There we go. I'll just go to the back here. Yeah, I'm not gonna follow that all the way back there. Not yet. Maybe I'll do it some other time. When we wake up, our body naturally releases hormones that are associated with stress, adrenaline and cortisol, to give us the energy we need to get up and start the day. If you suffer from anxiety, it will feel more like dread. I do probably have some anxiety. Not all the time, but it's something I've been more aware of in my older years. It's usually okay, I think. Twitter does have that effect on people. I'm thinking it's less Twitter, though, more the hormone thing. But I can't imagine that it helps, right? To just scroll Twitter and see the dumpster fire that is our world, specifically our country. That can't be helpful to the cortisol, right? But yeah, by the time I like make it down the stairs, and like I do the same thing every day. I go down the stairs. I turn on the alarm, or turn off the alarm. I let Smokey out. Biddy stays up with Ashley until she's ready to get up. Let him out. I go use the restroom. I might start my coffee first. Start the coffee brewing. Done with that, bring the dog in. And like by the time I like hit the stairs, I'm fine. Like I'm good. You know? It's definitely contributing to the dread. It could be, yeah. It's so weird because it's not a thought. I'm used to thoughts sort of triggering anxiety, right? Like it makes sense to me that I have storm anxiety, right? That makes sense to me because storms be scary, you know? Like I'm worried about my family. I'm worried about my house. I'm worried about, you know, what kind of big bill is this gonna create? Like those make sense. I start thinking those thoughts and then I get anxious, you know? But it's weird to just wake up out of nowhere after a really good night's sleep and just feel like, ooh, uh-oh. This is all temporary. It's not like super dark thoughts. It's just kind of like, it is specifically a feeling. It is not even really a thought. It's like it is a feeling. So I'm glad to know that that's not completely weird, you know? Not that it would be weird even if it wasn't, but I gotta say, I don't think I've ever said it before. I think Mrs. Nonder will be like, why didn't you ever tell me about this? And it's like, I didn't really think about it, honestly, until now. And then I was like, wait a minute, this has been happening for a while. These are the revelations that we have while playing Minecraft. You don't get these revelations anywhere else with any other game. It is specifically Minecraft that brings it out in me. Kelt, good morning. How's it going? Self-discovery in real time, yeah. Yep. Needs to be in Zen mode. Yeah, that's probably true. There's something to be said about that, I think. Let's continue. Sand right here. Ursa, this has been some great advice for me, by the way. To just start like mapping out where I want everything to be, and then we'll worry about filling in the details later. I can already feel that this is gonna work. This is gonna be much better. For me, anyway. I don't know if it's super interesting to watch, but... I might break the rule right here. Because I want that to be hard packed. Although that would probably not be dirt anymore. That would probably be like a real floor in there. But well, I'll figure that out. I'll figure that out later. Sometimes I'm saying things and I don't even know if y'all are understanding what I'm saying because it's all inside my head. I feel like I'm having a conversation with myself. So I don't know if I'm making any sense at all, but Nidelicious, what's up? Like I worked out recently, loads of my behavior are symptomatic of ADHD and autism. I'm fairly certain I have ADHD. I don't think autism, but yeah. But I had no idea until I started saying some of it out loud. Yeah, and then people are like, hey, hun, buddy, pal, maybe go talk. It's kind of one of my goals this year is to talk through some of this with somebody. I just don't really know what I need yet. I don't know what I need, and I won't know unless I like go, you know. I understand I get the irony in that. I don't really know what I need until I go and figure out what I need. I'd also like to not be the guy who like crumbles and then goes to therapy. You know what I mean? Like I'd like to be the guy who didn't wait until...
Hello there.
I don't think this is gonna happen, right? But hello there, who is that? My name Jeffrey? Me name Jeffrey. My name is Jeff. Hello, Jeffrey. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't want to be the guy, and again, I don't think this is gonna happen. I don't think I would ever do this, right? But I don't want to be the guy who's like,
miss you.
oop. I don't want to be the guy who falls apart and like loses his family and his wife because he didn't go to therapy every once in a while. You know what I mean? Again, I don't think that's gonna happen, Mrs. Donder. If you're watching this, you're never getting away from me. I will not allow that to happen. But my point is, I don't want it to be I don't want to be in crisis before I, you know, deal with some of this stuff. That's my goal. That's what I'd like to do. Normalizing talking about stuff is important. It is helpful for me to talk about it here, even though I understand this is not a substitute for therapy or anything like that. But I've only gotten positive comments ever since I've opened up a little more about like what I feel, you know, and what I'm going through. That's only ever been a positive experience for me, and I appreciate that. Everybody's been very nice about it. And that takes the stigma away, and that makes it less scary to talk about, you know? No, that was adorable. Well, you know, it's true, but... I'm doing good, Jeffrey. How are you? Thanks for being here. We're just, we're kind of doing finishing touches on a build here that I've been working on for 30, what are we at? 35 or 36? 36 days? So we're probably a little over, we're probably somewhere around the 40-hour mark on this build. Each stream is around an hour, and there was a few where we went longer. And then a few, I think we did a few on Saturday, right? We built some on a Saturday one time. Come on. There we go. There we go. I just wanted that to match up with that there. Okay. This is working. Who needs therapy when you have Twitch chat? Exactly. Sometimes you need therapy because of Twitch chat. Now that's true. Sometimes your own mods make you feel like you need therapy. When your mods are telling you to go to therapy, you know it's true. I didn't realize how much sand I would be bringing into this, but I think it's making sense, right? What do you all think? Is this making sense? There's gonna be a lot to fill in here, but because everything around us is more of the sand color, I think this is making more sense, you know? Yeah, just filling in both sides and helping pull it together. Absolutely, it really is. And then we can worry about like the randomness of the middle later, right? That's the idea here. Okay, here's something I want to consider too. So let's say somebody's coming around this way, okay? They're going here. This is their house. This is their place of work. This is their office, you know? They got their space computers in here and they're doing work. So they're going to be coming down this. Let's speed up a little bit. They're going to be coming down this. Gotta go to work, gotta go to work, gotta go to work. And then right about here, they're going to turn. They're not going to go into the middle and then turn. They're going to cut this corner. They're absolutely going to cut this corner. So I want to make a little... Make kind of a little shortcut to this door. Now there'll be other people who will come in that way. And that's fine. You're welcome to come in that way too. Yeah, so if I end it like right there, then let's fill the rest of this in. I want there to be that kind of logic to the pathing as well. That like, oh, this is a way that people would go. So they'd come in here. I feel like this, they would hit that and they would come back in here. Okay, makes sense. So then, I almost fell. There's big holes underneath here. I filled all this in myself by hand. I love the attention to detail, make it feel actually lived in. That's the goal, right? Okay, and then obviously there would be... One of these times I'm going to come across a giant hole. That's pretty big. That's pretty big. I know that I could just grab another brick, put one underneath it, and then stop, but I just want to, you know, sometimes I just want to do that. Yeah, and then of course there'll be other ways in like this. Jesus, is this going to be every... It shouldn't be. I think I only filled in like, let me think here. If we zoom out, I think it's probably around about right here to like through here that I filled in. So I'm thinking this won't happen over here. I think it's just right here. Considering Neanderthals is an advanced architectural design thing. Neanderthals. Okay, I get it. I thought it was a typo at first, but then I just got meandering, right? Neanderthals. I like that. I literally just saw it was either on Twitter or it was a video. I don't remember. Sometimes I can't remember. But somebody showing, I think it was on Twitter. It was a thread on Twitter showing like how our human brains work sometimes. There was a winding path through nature, right? And it went like this and went all the way around and then through this way, right? And then over the years, somebody was like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna cut through. So they cut through a path, and then enough of that person doing that then led other people to do the same thing, And when other people did the same thing, then all of a sudden a path was formed, and then it's like this other path doesn't even need to exist, They'd created a new path. So I thought I heard something. What's this called? That's cool. Hopefully with good news. Hopefully just to chat, right? Anybody else have that anxiety whenever a family member calls and you're like, you don't call me, so what's happened? What's going on? Yeah, that's how Neanderthals work. Yeah, I get it. It was a pretty interesting thread too, and it made me think of this build, to be honest. It's kind of one of those things where we think about it, we're like, yeah, of course, that just makes sense. And it's like, yeah, and there's like an evolutionary reason to that, and there's a mindset to that we can kind of like prove out with science. It's pretty cool. And I like that it wasn't just a look at people. Aren't people they're just sheep, Just a bunch of sheep who just go along with whatever they're told to do or whatever their leaders do. And it was like, it wasn't that. It was just the practicality that someone saw someone cut through and they went, that's a really good idea because this path going all the way, it doesn't make any sense. It was built weird. I don't think it makes any sense. So if it didn't make sense to them, that's why it worked. There are other paths that are created that made sense to them, and they didn't deviate from that path because they worked it out in their own logic, and they're like, logically, that makes sense for me. So I'm going to just leave it there. But that's how you can tell if something like makes sense or not, is if people do it. If people do it and they do it consistently, there's something there. Doesn't mean that the behavior can't be toxic, right? But it means there's some reason logically there that people do it. They're chasing something, And if you see someone else meander off the path, then that usually means there's like a good reason for it, I hate filling these in. Jeez. Do you think it'd be easier to just throw another brick in there? But see, it's not every single one. That's my problem. It stops here. There's just so many. I feel like by the time I switch to another brick and then try to place it right there, I could just spam this button a couple times. To me, that's faster than swapping bricks. Or at least... maybe you could put a stopwatch on me and obviously like you'd get a different result. But to me it feels better to me to just spam it and fill it in. Okay. Also, would the same not happen? Would the same not happen from this side? You're coming from this side, maybe your house is over here, maybe your space computer work is over here, and you would cut through right here. And I'm trying to make the paths sort of wide because I'm envisioning obviously more than one person headed to their day job, I'm a Swedish Viking! I bet you that's for Zeke. I bet you that means Zeke is up. I don't want to mirror that exactly. I want there to be some variation of it. However, I am going to take this part out right there. We're up. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. All right. Can fill this part in. We're making a path today, Mrs. Nonder. Trying to. This is kind of the thing, the final thing to do before we call this thing done. Aw. She is beautiful. I didn't think I'd fill this much sand in, but I think it's making sense. I'm thinking plants too are gonna help. You see all the plants over there? I'm thinking, especially on the parts where the sand is, I'm thinking about putting a bunch of plants to kind of give it, again, that idea that nobody really steps there, and that's why the plants have grown up. That's the idea. Ooh, okay. I need to fill this part in here, and I should probably do that first before I get any further. I know I jump around a lot, but with through both seasons of The Bear this weekend, that Christmas episode was wild. It's such a good show. It is very good. I highly recommend it. It is stressful. It is chaotic. But if you kind of settle yourself into like that is sort of the point, to show how, not only how stressful it is to be like a business owner, but just how stressful the food industry is in general, especially for somebody who isn't like a big corporation, and who doesn't have like all these systems and stuff down, and, you know, franchises and all that. It's very, very, very interesting, and some of the best acting I think I've ever seen. I think it's some of the best acting I've ever seen. And I'm not like an acting connoisseur, but I lost myself in that show. It didn't feel like they were acting at all. That's the weirdest part. I don't think I've ever seen anything where I'm like, I don't even see these. It's off-putting to me to see them as actors in real life now. Huh? What was that? Did you guys hear something? Oh, it's Smokey. Hi, Smokey. Did Smokey open the door by himself? Wow, he's so smart dog. He is a smart dog. Oh, Miso, how did you get in here? This is Miso, the kitty. Whoa. And wait, who is this? Ah! Hi! Who's this?
Hello, that's a puppy.
A puppy, you didn't name him yet?
Yeah.
You did? What's his name?
I didn't name him.
You didn't name him? Just Puppy?
Yeah.
Can I see his tag?
Didi's coming.
Gigi's coming?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. We're going to have a fun day today, aren't we? Yeah, I guess he doesn't have... Oh, yeah, Portia. This is Portia. This is Portia, the puppy. Isn't that cute? Yes, Mrs. Nonder got it. Portia. Hello. Okay. You're up a little early, huh? But not too bad. You wanna do what? Can you? Yeah. You want to take your? Oh, you guys want to see what we got? Do you want to show them real quick? We got Zeke something. So I've been meaning to go to this place for a while, but not so far from us. There's a place. I don't guess I'll say the name because it might dox me too much. But there's a Lego store, an unofficial Lego store, a hobby like reseller of used sets and pieces and stuff like that. I'm not sure if you guys have those. Show what you got. And this happened to be a set that they were selling, a used set. Come here. What is it?
Boba Fett ship.
The Boba Fett ship. It's kind of like the smaller version one. And he has wanted one for a while. And this thing was $20. Of course, it didn't have box instructions or anything like that, but it was $20. So he was so good in that store. I took him in there. It's like, you can't touch anything. you know, because there's gonna be Lego all over here, and they had signs up everywhere. It's like, don't touch, you know. So he was so good that I got that for him. $20. Yeah, it's a really cool store. I would absolutely die to work there. Okay, you can go ahead and go out. Thanks. There were some people in there. We walked in and they had these little building tables that like are supposed to be like you'll let your kids just play with some of the bricks that they have there. And they were like, oh, they were on those little tables. They're like, do you need us to move so that he can like play on this? I said, no, we're just here to look. And they were going through big tubs of Lego, and I was like, you guys are doing some sorting today, huh? Oh, do you need these? Yeah. There you go. Love you. I was like, you guys are doing some sorting. They were like, actually, we're looking for some really rare pieces. And I was like, really? Which ones are you looking for? And she showed me the printout that she had. And it was... So one of them was a square piece like this, with that center cutout. So it's like an open square in the middle. Those, I'm 100% sure that I have several of. The other ones I might actually have right here. Yeah, right here. This is exactly the piece they were looking for. Hang on. This one. With the two studs in the middle like that. So it's normally you'd see one like this, right? And this one has like the two studs in the middle. Apparently these are super rare. I happen to have quite a few in front of me, and I didn't have the heart to tell her like, oh, I have a lot of those. I should have asked what they're worth, but apparently these are very rare pieces according to them. I don't know who they were. They could have been lying to me. I have a lot of them. And that's just what I found just right in front of me from what I've sorted. I'm sure there's more in the collection somewhere. So I should have asked them, like, how much are these worth? Because I'm pretty sure that I have some of those. Like Mickey Mantle rookie cards. I don't know if they're probably not that worth much, like, monetarily. But I bet if you're doing a certain build and you need a lot of them, then they're worth more to you in that regard. You know what I mean? Blue, good morning, Blue. How's it going? So anyway, it was a really good experience. There's a guy who was working there who was right in between checking us out and like helping other people. He was building a Lego set. So it seems like what a lot of people do is they sell their used sets to them, and then they build and display them, and then you can buy them that way. And 90% of them don't have the figures, because I think it's mostly figure collectors. So they're buying a set, they're taking the figure out, and then they're reselling the other set. Which to somebody like me, and especially for that Slave 1 set, he already has a Boba Fett. So for him, it was a no-brainer. I was like, no, it doesn't come with a Boba Fett. And he's like, that's okay, I have one at home. I'm like, you're right, you do actually have one at home. So, okay, $20. Like, and I think that's how much is that one typically? Wait, did I get scammed? I never checked. Hang on. Lego Slave. Oh, I guess they'll call it Boba Fett's Starship now. And I'm sure the Boba Fett it came with is pretty rare, but okay. I mean, how much was it? How much is it on the Lego? Here we go. Is this the one? I think this is the one. Oh, this came, yeah. This is a retired product, so I don't know how much it was. Does anyone know how much this was? This is the one. So it came with Boba Fett in his newly like reforged armor. That's probably worth a pretty penny. And a Mando as well. So the Mando probably not so much, but the reforged Fett is probably worth a decent amount. But I don't remember what this cost new. I want to say it was 40 or 50, like maybe $49.99, maybe? It's 593 pieces. I was seeing like, here's Amazon. Amazon has it. Oh wait, I shouldn't show Amazon just yet. Hang on. Because it might have yeah, it definitely has that on it. So here on Amazon, it's not made anymore. So I don't see a price. See all buying options. The price is going to be so out of whack now, though, because it's out of print. Yeah, I'm seeing $49.99 for like new. I'm pretty sure that it was around that. It's probably a little bit more now because you can't get it. But yeah, I'm seeing anywhere between 40 to 50 bucks. So anyway, I felt like it was a good deal. And it was for him too. It wasn't one that I needed for the collection or anything. So that is now his Boba Fett starship. We have Boba at home. Boba at home is not in a helmet. He's like, that's okay. I got Boba. Anyway, the store is very cool. I would, if I was ever gonna work like a retail job, that is the place I would 100% try to get into. And it's not horribly far from us, but it's kinda. I got boba. Turns out it's the bubbly tea. Oh, nice. I do like boba as well. Trying to make another little. Actually, I think technically on this one, people would be more likely to cut through. So if you were, again, you're going to take this shortcut behind the barrel building. I could totally see somebody doing this, right? Rounding this corner. There'll be people who go that direction as well, but I really think there'll be a decent amount of people going this one. I wish I could think of this stuff before I fill this all in with sand, but I sometimes feel like I can't see it until you don't see it till you see it, you know? It's actually too much, I think. Yeah, there we go. They'd probably take that corner a little more, but I'm willing to do that. Something like it kind of meanders a little bit too much to the left. I think it actually needs to meander to the right a little more than to the left. People are Neanderthals are creatures of habit, you know? Something like that. Come on. Come on. And then I think this side is too big, so let's fill in some of this. I was making a joke. I don't actually have to eat rats. I never even tried it. You haven't ever had boba? Boba's pretty good. You gotta be careful with it though. It can be a choking hazard. Okay, so I think that's pretty likely to happen. Actually, I think I can fill in just a little bit more. I don't think this is going to be a super wide. I don't think this is a very is trod very often. Yeah, I'm actually going to fill in even more than 2. Sort of like the shortcut once you know it's there. And you never take another way. Yeah, that's okay. That's a little bit better. Boba's good, but I prefer tapioca only with the coffee. What? I thought boba was tapioca. Am I wrong? You tell me that I'm wrong? I'm trying to get this just right. I wanted it to cut to the right a little bit, though. Okay. Okay. I'm overthinking it. I'm definitely overthinking it. I'm just gonna leave it like that. All right, I'm gonna leave it like that. Little shortcut for someone to take there. Okay. Otherwise, I get fruity teas with bursting bubbles. Ooh. You're framing the pictures? Oh, Mrs. Nodder took graduation pictures of Zeke. And we both cried when we were out in the backyard taking pictures. Oh my gosh. I should probably be done pretty soon then, huh? Get things going for today. Hopefully I don't have to make too many trips to the store today. But I'll do it if I gotta. Yeah, technically boba is tapioca balls. Oh, okay. What you're saying is boba is good, but I prefer tapioca only with coffee. I thought you were saying like tapioca was different than boba, but I see what you mean. I haven't tried it in coffee. I haven't tried boba in coffee. Interesting. I do love my coffee though. I'm all out. Incorrectly or not, we refer to boba tea as anything that comes from our boba place. I gotcha. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to be here telling you you're wrong. You tell me I'm wrong? You're going to sit there and tell me that I'm wrong? Wicked Witch of the West. Dude. Okay. It's coming together. It's coming together. Let's continue. I see what you mean now. I went through a boba phase for a little while, and I still like it occasionally. There is a place not too far from us, but I have two issues with it. One, they're kind of expensive. Two, whenever I go to it, I always ask for extra boba, and they always say absolutely, and they charge me for extra boba, and then I get the drink. And I walk, like I'm usually going through a drive-through or something. So I drive away, and then I grab, you know, usually get a couple because I get something from Mrs. Nodder too. And so I grab the thing, and then I pick it up and look at it. And I'm like, this doesn't look like extra boba to me. I don't know what I would expect extra boba to look like, but I feel like if I ordered two teas, one extra and one not, they would both look the same. They both have the same amount of boba. So I don't feel like they do. They tell me that they do, and I'm pretty sure they charge me for it, but to me it doesn't look like extra boba. So I need to know what their concept of extra is, because it's not mine. So I just kind of, I don't know, I just kind of fell away from it. It's not something I love to do. I usually get it like very unsweet, like maybe like 25% sweet, so that it's not diabetes inducing, you know. But I don't know, I've kind of fallen away from it for a while now. And it was expensive. Mango milk tea with mango jelly, ooh, is delicious. But talk about a choking hazard. Yeah, I like the ones with the little like mango. It wouldn't be jelly. Little mango pieces, I guess pieces. But yeah, it's all a choking hazard. Okay, again, actually, I'm gonna make a beeline for this door here. I should have waited before I filled it in, but again, you don't see what you don't see. You don't see it until you see it, you know? Okay. Probably didn't need to fill in 90% of this. Take that corner. Okay. We'll do the same thing we did kind of over here. So if that's a beeline for it, then yeah, somewhere around here. Hopefully this will make more sense here in a second. Do you think Ams has a favorite lightsaber color? Well, do you? Bebo. Marissa said, your mom's a choking hazard, and I'm glaring daggers right now. I mean, maybe it's true, though. Speaking of that, Ursa, I loved seeing the pictures of you guys in Lutz's Discord, by the way. I see why you married him. I see why he's Mursa. I get it. Everything makes so much sense now. You two are very, very cute. Very cute. I can just see like you taking a picture there and then him like, okay, fine, I'll take a picture too, and then being a goofball about it, you know? I love that. As a self what you call it? As a professional goofball myself, I appreciated it. And you could say I'm somewhat a goofball myself. Oops. I thought I had sand. Oh no, he started the whole thing? He made me get my photo taken to post so he wasn't alone. That's even better. That's even better. Wonderful. I love it. Come on. Man, I'm not doing great on my double click method here. The old 1-2. I guess I should probably get going, huh? Lutz is streaming this morning, right? Let's see. Yeah, Lutz is streaming this morning. So I think we'll probably go over there. Ah, shoot. And I want to get some lunges in. Lunges with Lutz. Lunges with Lutz. I haven't done that in a little while. And I'm feeling the need, you know? Okay. Whoa, not yellow. No, that's not gonna work. No, that doesn't work either. Watch it. Anybody know what that's from? No, that doesn't work either. At some point it needs to turn. It needs to... Dang it. It just doesn't look right. Just doesn't look right. I took his photo because he wasn't happy with his own selfies. Yeah. Selfies are hard, man. Selfies are hard, especially for guys. It's hard to pull off a good selfie. I much prefer a picture that, like, I prefer candid pictures nowadays. Or as we call them, candies. We call them candies. That's a candid picture. Is it candy? I prefer that. Like, I just changed mine in Discord to the one where I was looking at the snow and I was just like looking up smiling, and I like it. I like it a lot. I was like, oh, that's a good picture of me. You know, it doesn't look like it was all planned out. I like that. I never want to pose for another picture, you know? I want just candid pictures only. Okay, and now it's definitely too wide. I'm gonna do like this and hopefully take some of the sharpness out of that. At some point it needs to change. I don't know what it is about this part right here that is bugging me so much. I don't know what it is. I might just keep it like that and just say, forget it, you know? Or, yeah, no. We'll go one more in to give it just a little, it's a little bit wider. And it's okay. I don't want it to look identical to that side. I want it to be, yeah, a little asymmetrical. Okay. Bard's friends always want to pose for pictures, and I just want to hide. Often I manage to successfully, yeah. That actually looks a little too planned for me. I'm gonna do one off. Is the OCD gonna hit us if we do that? I kind of like the way that it looks like, okay, it's different. Actually, yeah, if I was gonna do that, I actually think this one needs to come down and this one could stay up. Okay, I think that looks fine for right now. For right now, that looks fine. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, I mean, at least the pathing is coming along. There's still going to need to be random details in this, but I do think this is helpful to kind of path it all out and see how it's all going to go. This has been helpful. I think we'll still finish this week, though. I think it's fairly likely. It's likely that we'll finish it this week. Don't overthink it because you'll be going in and adding more details. Yes, I will be coming back to do, like, you know, you see what we did over there. We'll kind of do that all the way through. We are just doing what you said and getting at least like where the path is gonna be planned out. Yeah, so trying not to get too involved as best I can. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and go, because I would like to go lunge with Lutz today. But thank you all for hanging out with me for so long. I appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful Monday, a happy Memorial Day, if that's something that you celebrate where you are. Otherwise, just happy Monday, you know? We're back at it. I don't foresee any issues this week. We already had our in-person meeting this month, so I shouldn't have to go into the office at all this week. We'll finish up this path, and then we'll talk about what comes next after that. Let's do a raid. Lutz McGoots. Okay, raid has been created. That is it for me. I hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your day with family. I hope you enjoy some good barbecue. We're going to do that. We're going to grill. We're going to grill it up a little bit. Should be fun. Yeah. Okay, Banj, thank you so much for being here as well. I will see you all tomorrow and see you all over in Lutz's, okay? Let's go lunge with Lutz. All right.